the Allen Competitor choke wrench and case right now on Pirate Firearms and Reloading. Real quick review today. So a couple of new products that are relatively new to me from Allen. We have their Competitor choke tube wrench. This is really unique. I love the way it works and the fact that it pretty much works with all 12 gauge chokes. And the new Competitor choke tube case. So I've had these out of the box and I've been using them for a while, so the actual packaging's already busted. So nothing particularly fancy, just quick generic instructions, disposable packaging. Same with the wrench. Some more, slightly more critical instructions on the back for the wrench. So we'll go through those today. So I'll start with the case because it's pretty self-explanatory. Nice clear top case, nice solid sturdy, no flexibility in it really. Nice and tough, protect those nice choke tubes that you've got. Now the cool thing about this and the way they've laid this guy out, you can see I've already got two chokes in here. You can lay your chokes, if they're standard flush fit chokes, in this vertical position here. But if you have extended choke tubes, you can actually lay these crossways in the case. So if you have a big long extended choke, it will still work in here. The beauty of this foam in here is it stops these chokes rattling when they're in the case. So if it's in your shooting bag or whatever, even in your back pocket, it's not going to sit there and rattle on you all day. The other thing I love about it is I can actually get this choke tube wrench in the case as well. It rattles a little bit with the wrench in there, but at least I've got everything I need in the one case, which I love. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how the wrench works, because it's a little bit different to your standard. Now, for years and years, I've been using a wrench like this. So plastic molded, and then the actual, the locking teeth lugs are actually steel. Now that's all very fine, and it works in shotguns like this, but in the new Mossberg 940, I found out that the slots cut in the choke tube are very, very narrow. And this trusty old wrench that I've got a couple of and been using for years doesn't actually fit. I still hate these styles really, because I get a bit nervous about over tightening, under tightening. Guys say you can use coins and all sorts of things. I've never really been in love with this, but this is, I think, the ultimate answer. So what we'll do, I've got my trusty coach gun barrels here. Got rid of the rest of it just to make life easier. So as you can see, two chokes in place already, and I need to be able to swap these guys out. So what you do, and I'm going to try and capture this as best I can, is you insert the wrench into the choke tube. Now this is a full choke, that's why it's quite firm to push in, and then you tighten this wing nut assembly on top. What that's doing is it's expanding out the rubber inside the choke tube and gripping the internal wall of the choke tube. Now they say you don't want to insert it all the way. I'm guessing that's because you don't want to mar the end of your barrels with the handle, even though it's got a nice curve in an upward direction on it. And then you simply grab it like that, and I'm just going to give it a whole tube. You can spin it around. This knurled handle here actually rotates, so it's super easy to go ahead and unscrew your choke tube and take it out. How cool was that? So when you reinstall, it's exactly the same deal. Spin it around. The good thing I like about this too is because you're relying on the grip of the internal face of the choke, it's pretty hard to over torque, because it will just eventually start slipping. So I just give it a firm push like that, undo the expansion collar, give it a bit of a wiggle, like that, and away it comes out. Now, This is a slightly looser choke tube, and you can see it just slides in. It's just because it's a full choke. If you're obviously doing a cylinder, improved cylinder, something like that, this will slide in really easily. So we'll do the same on this one. Crank her up like that. Oh, a bit more. Crank it till it's firm anyway. How quick and easy was that? And straight back in again. Nip it down. Just like that. 2 chokes in and out in the space of probably about 30 seconds. So this is the rubber portion which is gripping the inside of your surface of your choke tube, and as you can see, as I pull it, the end of the bolt here is flared and it slowly starts to expand out and it grips the internal walls of the choke. And obviously when you're undoing it, you back it back out. Now this is not a terribly expensive item, which I like, so you know, you can have multiple of them, you can have one in each shooting bag or whatever. So, you know, I don't see that one dying anytime soon. I think eventually this rubber will wear and perish. I'll be inclined to give it a little wipe over after each use just to get any excess firearm oil and debris off it and prolong the life of it. But, you know, in the long term anyway, it was cheap enough. If it dies, you buy another one, or go ahead and source yourself some replacement rubber. So that's the new Allen Competitor Series 12 gauge choke wrench and case.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Catch you next time.